Have you ever found yourself standing in the middle of your kitchen or sitting alone in your living room, wondering why some things just feel heavier than they used to? Not physically, but emotionally. Life changes after 70, especially when you're living alone. And sometimes, without realizing it, we keep doing things that no longer make sense, not because we need them, but because they've been part of us for so long. That's why it's worth gently asking, is this still serving me? Or am I just carrying the weight of an old life that no longer fits? So, in this video, we'll talk about 9 things that don't make sense when living alone after 70, and how letting go of them might just bring more comfort, safety, and peace into your everyday life. 1. Cooking big meals every day. When you're living alone after 70, some routines from your younger years can become oddly exhausting and unnecessary. One of the most common is still cooking like you're feeding a family of 5. You find yourself preparing a roast, peeling a whole bag of potatoes, sautéing vegetables, maybe even baking a dessert, all for just one person. At the end of the meal, you sit in a quiet kitchen, looking at a sink full of dishes and a fridge stuffed with leftovers you might not even finish. It's not that you're trying to impress anyone. It's just what you've always done. But things have changed. You don't need a full spread every night. Your body doesn't crave it the same way, and your energy isn't what it used to be. A hearty soup, a simple grilled fish, or even one-pot veggie stir-fry can be just as satisfying, without draining your time and effort. Living well doesn't mean living the same way forever. It means adjusting, simplifying, and doing what makes sense now. Cooking big meals every day might feel like a tradition, but the truth is, your current self deserves something gentler, something that works for you. 2. The large, multi-level family home. There's something bittersweet about walking through a big, quiet house. Each room holds memories, a child's laughter, a spouse's voice, holidays full of people and noise. But now, that 4-bedroom, multi-level home might be more of a weight than a blessing. You find yourself sleeping in the same room, eating in the same spot, and avoiding the stairs more often. Yet the bills don't shrink. The cleaning still needs to be done. The gutters still need maintenance. The backyard still grows weeds. And all the while, you're the only one living there. Sometimes we hold on to the house, not because we need the space, but because we fear what letting it go means. Downsizing can feel like saying goodbye to an entire chapter. But what if it's actually an invitation to something more manageable, more peaceful, and more appropriate for the life you're living now? A smaller place, without stairs or extra rooms collecting dust, could bring a kind of freedom you haven't felt in years. It's not about giving up. It's about choosing what truly supports you at this stage of life. The large, multi-level family home might have served its purpose, and that's okay. 3. Holding on to clothes you never wear. Take a moment and open your closet. How many items in there haven't been touched in years? Clothes from when you worked full-time. Outfits for weddings, dinners, church events, reunions. Some still have the tags on. Others are 2 sizes too small or styles you no longer feel comfortable in. But you keep them, maybe out of habit, maybe out of sentiment, or maybe just in case. But if you're honest, those pieces aren't serving you. They're just hanging there, taking up space and quietly reminding you of a version of yourself you've already moved past. Living alone after 70 brings a new kind of clarity. Comfort becomes more important than appearance. Easy becomes more important than trendy. You might find yourself rotating through a few favorite outfits that feel just right, and that's perfectly fine. Letting go of clothes you never wear isn't wasteful. It's a gentle act of self-care. It gives you room to breathe, space to move, and peace every time you open the closet door. Decluttering doesn't erase memories. It simply makes space for what matters most right now. 4. Neglecting a balanced daily routine. One of the quiet dangers of living alone in your 70s is how easy it is to let structure fall apart. When there are no appointments, no job to get to, and no one knocking on your door, it's tempting to let the day unfold without any plan. You wake up whenever, eat whenever, skip the morning walk, stay in pajamas until mid-afternoon. Before you know it, days blur together. You lose track of what day it even is. At first, it feels like freedom, but slowly, it starts to wear you down. You sleep poorly. You forget small things. You feel sluggish. The truth is, we need routine, especially as we age. Not strict or rigid schedules, but gentle anchors that keep us connected to life. A simple morning ritual like stretching, drinking water, and stepping outside for sunlight. Eating meals at regular times. Taking a short walk in the afternoon. Turning off screens an hour before bed. These aren't just good habits, they're lifelines. They help regulate your body clock, boost your energy, and keep your mind sharp. A balanced daily routine isn't about being productive. It's about being well. When you live alone, you're the only one who can create that balance. But once you do, your entire day starts to feel lighter, calmer, and more intentional. 5. Buying in bulk to save money. The giant packages at warehouse stores can be tempting. A family-sized bag of rice, 2 dozen eggs, a pack of 20 rolls of toilet paper. Those deals seem smart. You tell yourself you're saving money, reducing trips to the store, being prepared. But if you live alone, how much of that food ends up spoiled? How many frozen meals go uneaten, buried behind others? How much shelf space is taken up by things you don't even use in time? Bulk shopping made sense when the household was busy, when your children came home from school hungry and your spouse needed lunch packed the next day. But now, the numbers don't add up. You throw out more than you consume. Your fridge gets cluttered. Your pantry becomes a puzzle of expiration dates. Buying smaller quantities might feel less economical at first glance, but in reality, it's often more sensible. You waste less. You stay more mindful of what you actually use. You keep your kitchen cleaner and your head clearer. And maybe most importantly, you let go of the idea that you still need to stock up like before. Buying in bulk to save money only makes sense when there's someone to share it with, or when the pace of your life matches that volume. Living alone after 70 means thinking differently about value. Sometimes, less truly is more. 6. Keeping the landline just in case. For decades, the landline was the heartbeat of the home. It rang when your children called to say they were on their way, when your partner phoned from work, when your friends made plans for dinner. It felt essential. But now, in a world of smartphones, texts, and video calls, that old phone barely rings, and when it does, it's often a scam or a robocall. Still, it sits there, plugged in, humming quietly, as if it might still be needed. Some keep it because it feels safe, others because it's what they've always known. But when you're living alone after 70, keeping the landline, just in case, can sometimes cause more hassle than help. It becomes another bill to pay, another outdated tool to maintain, another channel for unwanted callers to reach you. Meanwhile, your smartphone, with its emergency SOS functions, contact list, and location sharing, offers far more reliability and ease. It might feel strange to let go of the landline, like you're cutting off a piece of history. But embracing what's current isn't rejecting the past. It's simply choosing what supports your life now. Holding on to the old out of habit is understandable, but sometimes letting go makes more sense. 7. Stocking the fridge for visitors who don't come. You walk past the juice boxes and the fancy cheese, the sparkling water, the mini ice cream tubs you thought the grandkids would love. You bought them with love and anticipation, hoping for a weekend visit, a family dinner, a spontaneous drop-in. But the days pass, then weeks, and somehow no one shows. You look in the fridge and the yogurt's expired. The fruit has molded. And there it is, that quiet, hollow disappointment that no one talks about. Stocking the fridge for visitors who don't come isn't just about food. It's about holding on to a sense of connection, of being needed, of being remembered. But if those visits don't happen, that hope can quietly turn into sadness. There's no shame in wanting to be surrounded by loved ones. But when you live alone, especially after 70, you deserve to make your home a space for you first, not just in case someone else appears. Fill your fridge with things you genuinely enjoy. Buy that one dessert you love. Keep your favorite soup ingredients on hand. It's not selfish. It's grounding. If someone visits, wonderful, they can share what you already have. But if not, your food shouldn't become a symbol of absence. It should be a reminder that you still matter, even if no one's coming over tonight. 8. Ignoring modern technology and safety aids. Technology can feel overwhelming, confusing apps, tiny buttons, passwords you keep forgetting. It's tempting to throw your hands up and say, "It's not for me." But here's the thing. Ignoring modern technology and safety aids isn't just inconvenient, it can be risky. A smartwatch that can detect a fall and call for help might feel unnecessary until the day it saved your life. A voice assistant that reminds you to take medication might feel silly until it helps you stay on track. Even a simple sensor light that turns on when you walk into the bathroom at night can prevent a nasty fall. Living alone doesn't mean living without support. It means finding tools that work with you so you can stay independent longer and feel secure doing it. You don't have to adopt every new gadget, but choosing one or two smart aids, especially ones designed for seniors, can ease your mind and make everyday life smoother. These aren't signs that you're aging poorly. They're signs that you're aging smart. Embracing technology isn't about becoming tech-savvy overnight. It's about saying yes to small things that make your home safer, your routine easier, and your peace of mind stronger. 9. Pretending you don't need help. It's the most subtle and dangerous habit of all, the quiet belief that you have to do everything yourself. You twist open that tight jar lid, even though your wrist has been aching for days. You climb the step stool to change a light bulb, despite the fact that your balance isn't what it used to be. You carry groceries all in one trip, even though your knees are protesting with every step. You say, "I'm fine," out of reflex, not truth. Why? Maybe because asking for help feels like admitting weakness. Maybe because you don't want to burden anyone. Maybe because you're afraid that once you ask, people will start treating you differently. But pretending you don't need help doesn't make you stronger. It makes things harder. Living alone after 70 doesn't mean doing everything alone. It means being wise enough to know your limits and brave enough to speak them out loud. Whether it's hiring a part-time cleaner, asking a neighbor to bring in a heavy package, or simply telling your doctor you've been feeling off lately, those are all signs of self-respect, not surrender. There's real strength in being honest. You've spent your whole life caring for others. Now it's time to let others care for you when you need it. You're not a burden. You're a human being. And everyone at every age needs a hand sometimes. Living alone after 70 is about recognizing the parts of life that no longer fit and having the courage to let them go. Simplifying isn't giving up, it's choosing peace. Making space. Honoring the life you have now, not the one you used to have. It's learning to live in a way that supports your body, your mind, and your heart. No more pretending. No more holding on for the sake of routine or fear or guilt. You deserve a life that feels good to you. One that reflects where you are now, not where you were 20 years ago. So now I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these 9 things still lingers in your life, even though it no longer makes sense? Which one hit closest to home? Share your story in the comments below. You never know who needs to hear it. And if this video gave you even one small moment of clarity or comfort, consider subscribing and checking out more videos made just for you. You're not alone, not in this, not in anything.